This morning we'll be looking at what absolute dependency on God. Absolute dependency on God. And what does it mean? Anchoring your hope on God. Putting your trust on God. You're depending on Him absolutely. Not on man, not on your uncle, not on your auntie, not on your friends, because they can fail you. To all your hope and anchor is on what? God only. What God cannot give me, may I never get it anyway. God forever, only God. That is what absolute dependency on God. And we have three scriptural principles of this absolute dependency on God. Number one of it is that whatever God cannot do, let it remain undone. So many of us will try to force it when we are trying to get a particular project or we are trying to achieve a particular result and we are struggling to get those results. We try to bribe our way, we try to boycott every way to see that it works. And at the end of the day, we end up frustrated when this thing does not work. I've always told myself this, that whatever God cannot do for me, let it remain what? Undone. That means it's not the time for me to achieve it. When it's God's set time, definitely it will come at it as a platter of gold. But most of us, we want to enforce it. We want to make sure we see that thing come to pass. Who knows? If God gives you that thing, it can be the hand of you. That can lead to your hand. But God decided to keep it for a specific time. So you need to learn to depend absolutely on God. Know that whatever He cannot do for you, let it remain what? Undone. Don't force it. Relax. Chill out. And at the end of the day, you have a lot of testimony to testify concerning that issue, because it is never too late. God can never be too late. So that is the number one law. And the number two law that I want you to understand today is that whatever God cannot give me, may I never have it. What He cannot give me, may I never have it. Don't start looking for it elsewhere. So many of us, like the ladies, let me use the ladies for example, they are seeking for a life partner, seeking for the fruit of the womb, and as a result of that, many of them have gone to the herbalists, they've gone to witch doctors, they've gone to so many places to have this baby, and at the end of the day, they've damaged their destiny without even having the baby or the husband they are looking for. What God cannot give me, may it remain what? May I never have it. But you see that we want to have it by all means. We are ready to do anything to have that position in the office. We are ready to do anything to have that business work. And not minding if we even want to kiss someone, we want to have it. It's wrong. It's a wrong mindset, a wrong concept. You must depend on God. You must rely on God. You must know that whatever God does not want to give to you is because it's not the right time for you to have those particular things you are looking for. Imagine a student that is in a school, that's still in school, is asking God that he wants to get married. How is he going to take care of the wife? Does he have the provision to do that? No. So God will never answer that kind of prayer. There's some prayers we have been asking God for, and God is, I think God is deaf. No, He's not. It's because we do not have the capacity to handle that thing that we're asking God for. He knows that if He gives us that thing, provision, that particular prayer point that we're asking God for, that God should give us the answer to it. If He gives us the answer to it, it will be our last day on earth. Provision, it will make Him lose us to the world. So He will decide not to. He will say, wait, this is not the right time. You've not grown the capacity to handle it. Just the same way you cannot give your baby money to keep for you, because you know that she or he does not have that capacity to give account of that money. So way God knows that thing you are requesting for, you do not have the capacity to handle it. That's why you are not receiving it. So whatever God cannot give me, may I never have it. I will never lobby for it. I will never lobby for it. I could remember back then when I was working with MTN, a colleague of mine had an issue with me and they were fighting me, and I just kept quiet. I even went on leave. The same person that was fighting me, by the time I was coming back from leave, his position was given to me. Without me, I didn't lobby for it. I was not even aware that anything happened. Look, let God fight for you. He said, you hold your peace and I will fight for you. So just let Him do the thing you want Him to do for you. He will give you that thing that He knows is due for you when it's due. You are not yet prepared for marriage. If He gives you the husband, you will crash out. You will crash out. It's just as simple as that. So just let God do it. So whatever I cannot give you now, don't lobby for it. Just wait. There's a right time. He said, at the right time, he shall speak. He shall not lie. And thirdly, before we round up today, is what? Wherever God cannot take me to, may I never get there. Wherever God cannot take you to, don't dream of going there. Some of us, like what is raining now, many people are jackbarring. Where are you jackbarring to? The place you are running to now, do you know if it's your greener pasture? No. It might even be your Egypt. And Egypt is not a good place. So why are you running? You need to seek God's face for where you are going. That particular office you want to go, that particular job you want to start, seek God's face. If it's not the will of God, don't force it. Don't even try it. Don't even try it, my brother, my sister. Don't try it. You will regret that move. So many people have moved Jackpot out of Nigeria now, and they are even calling us that is in Nigeria to send them money. Is that not an error? It's an error. You need to hear from God. You need to understand that where He cannot take you to, don't force it. In Psalm 34 verse 5, He said, they looked unto Him and their face was lightened. They were not ashamed. You cannot be ashamed when you follow His instruction, when you walk in the place He wants you to be, when you are in that place. Don't try to say, oh, God, I want to go to Canada. And it's not working. Relax, chill out. It's not the right time. Drop it for now. Focus on the other things you are doing. When the time comes, the door of Canada will open on its own accord. When Peter was in prison, when he was coming out from the prison gate, you notice that the prison gate were opening on their own accord. He did not need any key to open them. There's a set time. You must understand that there is a set time, that curious moment. When is that time? No one can stop you from going to that Canada, from going to that Europe, from going to anywhere you want to go, entering that office, becoming that senator, that president. No one can stop you. But you must learn to know that wherever God cannot take you to, do not struggle to take yourself there. Some have done that. They've ended up in Egypt. They've died in Egypt. Hunger has beaten them in Egypt, and they are still struggling in Egypt. If they see a way to come back to Nigeria, I tell you, they will come back. Because in Nigeria, they have that liberty to do whatever thing they want to do. But over there, you do not have that liberty. So you must learn to understand these three principles. That whatever God cannot do for you, do not force it. Let it remain undone. Whatever He cannot give you, do not force it. Never try to lobby your way to get it. And wherever He cannot take you to, do not dare to go there, because it might be the end of you. It might be your last. Absolute dependency on God. God only and God forever. You do not care. That was why Job said, though you slay me, it won't shake me. I will remain there. I'll still be here giving you praise, still worshiping you. I'll be there worshiping all of the days of my life. That's what you need to do. Just absolute dependency on God. Yet there's nothing God cannot do for you. There's nothing He cannot give you. There's nothing, nowhere He cannot take you to. But you just need to follow His instruction. You just need to abide with Him. He said, abide with me. Stay with me. There's a place of staying. And at the end of the day, you will be the one testifying. When others are saying there's a casting down for you, there will be a lifting up. I pray for you this week. As you go forth and you follow this instruction, you will see the hand of God manifested in your life. Kings shall come to the brightness of your rising. In the name of Jesus. Do have a lovely day. I believe if you've been blessed by this message, kindly do me a favor, share it with your loved ones. Click on the bell icon so that when we drop a new episode, you will know. And don't forget to comment and like this video. Do have